So I've stayed away from that when I'm
I
editing.
could walk 500 miles,
And
and
I
I would
will
walk
walk
500
500
more.
just to
Be
be a
a man,
man who
walk
walked
1,000 miles.
miles. Ready?
I know the rest of the words.
Da, da. It's fun. Welcome to Detours. I'm Anthony,
I'm Jen.
and I started that intro without knowing where it was going. So,
I didn't know where it was going either.
we found out together. That's something we'll always have. So tonight, this morning,
The siesta.
good day to you. Good morning,
I
good
feel like you want to
afternoon,
say like
good
good
evening.
mythical.
No, that's
I
not
felt
what I
like
was
that's
saying.
where that was
I wanted
going.
to say good morrow.
Good morning.
Um,
Happy siesta.
we're gonna have some fun today. We kind of went back and forth on this one whether we were gonna just do it as a taste test or as a blind. I I said we should probably just do it as a blind because it's just more fun that way. It's more exciting. Um, even though we kind of know where the results should be at least, so maybe that will be through. So today we're tasting just Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
Uh, we
But
have
specifically
specifically the Jack Daniels 10 year,
10,
the Jack Daniels 12 year,
12.
and last but
Bum, ba,
certainly
da,
not
ba,
least, the
ba.
Jack Daniels 14 year, which this is batch 4, this is batch 3, this
One.
is batch 1, and it is also barrel proof. These two are not. So I don't know if
What?
there is a distinction there. This is 100 and the 10 is 97 proof, the
107.
12 is 107. That is 126.
126.3. 0.3, honey.
0.3.
So we
63.15 horsepower
barrel proof.
is what the
I
14
didn't know
is.
these ones weren't barrel proof.
I didn't know that there was a difference between.
Huh. All right. Well,
So, those are the 3 that we are testing. We don't know where they are in this lineup, so
they all look the same.
they all look very similar.
There's not a color difference,
They
unfortunately.
technically should be the same thing, other than the
Well,
proof and the year.
but sometimes
So.
when they're older, sometimes they're darker, right? Typically.
It would make sense because it spent more time
But-
in the oak.
So per color, no difference.
Yeah.
So
Check, check, check.
I'm cold.
You cold?
You're a cowboy.
Yeah. It was
Apparently, we
just
need to clean our basement.
it's a basement. It's fine. Good times. Anyways, before we get to drinking, a couple of fun things.
We
I
get
don't
to
know if you
thinking.
noticed over here,
Yonder.
we have a cool new sign. It's a barrel top with our logo engraved into it. It's probably a little tougher to see. It looks pretty sick. I'll put a picture. I'll take a picture of it and I put it in editing to show it up more close. But one of my buddies, James, made that for us. So shout out to James. Appreciate you
great
so much.
job.
So it's so cool. It's so sick. And we're very, very thankful that he did that.
Love it so much.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a great. It really adds great. And then also another thing we have a Woodford bottle with our logo engraved on the back of it as well.
Ooh,
That's
piece of glass just came out of my
glass.
no,
Oh, really?
not glitter. Glass
glass.
came out in my fingers.
Sweet. So we had that engraved with our logo on it as well. The plan for this.
So TJ's Market.
Yeah.
Thanks
shout
to
out
Ricky.
to Ricky at TJ's for hooking us up with this. The plan for this one is to drink it, obviously. So whenever this bottle is empty, you know,
in a week or so.
we don't drink that much, and we definitely if we're drinking stuff Like we're mixing it up. Like Jen never has.
Don't mix it up.
No, but what I'm saying is you never have the same
Oh, okay, yeah.
type of bourbon twice in one
Yeah.
night. I'll give her these small pours,
I try
and
to guess.
yep. So basically, what happens when we're hanging out around the house, if it's a night she's drinking, I'll do a
And
small
I'm
pour
so
of something,
tired.
and she's so parched, and so then I go down here, because we have all this stuff on the shelves, and then we have, uh, 2,
Bunch of
4,
boxes.
6, 8,
Like
10,
it's a
12,
crap ton
14,
of
16,
boxes.
18, 20,
We
22.
don't have a very good storage
We have
system.
24 boxes on the floor here full
24
of
boxes.
whiskeys, and then we have some more in a storage room in the back of our basement. So we have a lot of bottles.
I
And
think it's 24.
what?
Really?
I think you counted them. It doesn't matter. Regardless, there's a lot of bottles here. And so I pick one out and I try to mix it up so she doesn't have the same thing, multiple times within the next couple. Like it's unnecessary for you to count that. So I was talking about earlier.
24 just
So,
seems
anyways,
excessive.
we got so off track here. The plan is whenever we do finish this, is to use it as an infinity bottle, and eventually,
Infinity and
yeah, and
beyond.
eventually give it away to subscribers. Well, again, we don't
If we get
anticipate.
any,
We don't anticipate.
we got some.
We do have some. We've about 79 or 80 right now.
Yeah.
So,
It's very exciting.
it's very
It's a
exciting
great start.
for sure
Thanks so much.
to all of you. The Detours Army. We need to come up with a name for our fans at some point when we actually get some. Anyways, bottom line is that's the plan for this thing. It's good. This is 6 months to a year, if not longer, down the road because we don't drink a lot of Woodford, and
I
especially if it's
will
just
once that
regular.
cast strength double oak comes out.
Right, but it's just the regular Woodford. We'll probably use that for cocktails more than anything. I do love, as I've mentioned a couple of videos ago, I do love a Woodford and ginger ale. Love that.
Mule.
That's not a mule.
People have a lime in it's mule.
That's ginger beer. This is just ginger. I'm just talking about Verner's, like Woodford and Verner's, because Verner's is the best ginger ale.
Because we're from Michigan, and Verner's cures everything.
It does. It's a cure all.
You got cancer? Drink some Verner's. Rub some Verner's on it.
I don't. That's not. She is a medical professional, but that's not medical advice.
Well,
You
duh.
don't drink
Come
You
on.
don't drink Verner's
Okay.
for cancer.
I feel like
We have to have that as a disclaimer, because like
okay,
somebody
it's
could
one of
just
those things that like, oh, careful, the hot coffee might burn you.
exactly. No, we live in a litigious society, honey.
Don't sue us. My advice sucks.
On drinking Verner's for cancer, that advice
Correct.
sucks. In general, your advice is pretty good, huh?
Thanks.
I'm a fan.
Thanks.
So let's drink these.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We doing this?
This.
This?
I think
Sick.
that's the best way for them.
Sounds good. It's all about you guys. We do this for you. Actually, we don't. We do it for ourselves. And if you guys enjoy it, it's just icing on the cake. So, if I'm being honest with you,
I try to do it for them.
I know we do think about you guys. What I'm saying is, like, we do this for us. Like, we don't do this for money or anything.
Ooh, that sounds
We do this for the love of the game. You know, I'm talking about practice, not a game. Not a game.
I know that.
Not the game that I go out there and die for.
I don't know that part.
Practice, man.
I remember the practice part.
Allen Iverson. He did that.
Oh, yes.
My idol growing up. I used to
wear. Denver?
He played for Denver for a little bit, but that's not what he's known for.
No, I know, but I'm trying to guess who he played for. So I was right.
He played for Denver at one point, yes. But that's not. I mean, that was towards the end of his career, and he played for the Pistons as well, which was very exciting for me.
But not for very long, I don't feel.
No, he did not. I think it was only 1 or 2 seasons. He made his.
Because Chauncey.
He made it in Philadelphia 76ers.
I went to the Palace back in the day.
Rest in peace to the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And I held Ben Wallace's big ass shoe. And I got to hold the ring.
Yeah.
And we got a picture in front of the trophy.
Nice.
That was back when I was in college in 2000. When was that?
Well, they won it in 2004.
So I think it was like 2004, 2005.
No,
I think it was my sophomore year.
Sophomore year of college for you.
No, that would have been freshman.
Yeah, it would have been freshman year.
2005. Guess it would have been. Anyways.
We digress.
I think it was in 2005. Spring of 2005 is when that happened.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
And we got to hear the big boom in the stadium
Yeah. The arena.
arena.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
A stadium is like a football. Stadium's bigger.
Oh.
Anyways, shout out to Allen Iverson. Shout out to the Pistons.
Anyways, this smells delicious.
It does. It does smell very good. What does it smell like though?
Thick ass bourbon.
What? Thick ass bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
It does smell hearty.
Yeah, it
Like
smells complex.
it does. And
I said
it's
ass
got
twice,
some weight.
3 times now.
It's okay, honey. It's not a bad word. It's talking about donkeys.
Yeah, behinds.
Yeah, it does. It has some weight to it. There's some.
It does.
It
It's
feels
thick.
heavy in the glass almost too. You know, or
I don't
maybe
know
I'm
about
just.
that.
I haven't lifted in a while.
He's not allowed to.
Doctor's orders.
Yeah. I don't even think it's like really vanilla-y. It's just like,
Yeah. Well, this is not bourbon. It's just whiskey. So there is that.
yeah, it's delicious whiskey.
Yeah. Well, in the past when we've tried it, it's very good.
I'm sure it's gonna be just delicious now too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, phenomenal. There's still
Phenomenal cosmic
you
power.
you can tell it's not a bourbon,
It's
but it is
thinner than
still
it smells.
it is it is it's not as sweet as a bourbon, but there is still some sweetness there. Definitely get the I get less.
A little minerality.
Yeah, I get less wood than I would have expected. So maybe this is the 10-year. Who knows?
Just because of the thinness of it,
Yeah,
my guess would be 10.
yeah, and
But I don't
the
know compared
lack
to
of
this.
a yeah. Without trying the other two, we don't know.
The smell of it smelled more complex than the
It did.
taste of
Yep.
it.
It's not. It's
Not-
good. Are you good, hon?
Yeah.
Yikes!
I hate this countertop.
I know you do.
Quartz.
Quartz.
It would still hurt.
Of course you want that.
It would still hurt, but I'd be less mad about it.
Yeah. I love that from you for you. Anyways.
I love it when I get the quartz. Like a real thin leather.
Yeah.
A little
I tried to
tobacco.
hold it. Yeah, there's definitely some tobacco. Like some more of a.
I do get a little vanilla on there.
Yeah. The tobacco is more of a leaf tobacco than a like a
I am
chewing.
not a tobacco expert.
Yeah, than like a
Old
chopped,
tobacco.
like fine, like a snus. You know what I'm saying?
Snus?
Don't worry about it. You'll know what I'm talking. They'll know what I'm talking about. We're talking about Jack Daniels here, huh? Tennessee whiskey.
Huh.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right now.
Golly.
You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna move on to the second one, or are we still on this one? Because I've already taken 2 sips.
I've taken 3 sips.
Nice, honey. We'll have an opportunity to go back through these another time, though.
Mm.
It is good. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You know?
Yeah.
She's
I'm trying to think.
funny.
Sorry, you sound beautiful.
Thanks, honey.
I'm trying.
You're doing the Professor Xavier.
Think. Yes.
Yeah.
Neener.
I'm gonna move on to 2 while you're
Okay.
thinking.
There was a taste in there I was trying to identify, but
Identification, please. I was gonna say this one looks darker because I was looking at it in your hand, but it was because your hand was behind it.
Yeah, it looks darker, but that's just because there's less of that one now. Because I literally went like this and like they're all exactly.
This one's
same.
more. I get more of a vanilla smell
on the nose.
on the nose. Man, it smells stronger. Maybe it's just because I got it in there more.
Oh, excuse me. I'm not gonna dare burp on camera again.
It felt that way in my soul. Whatever was it? That came from my soul.
It did.
I know, it was
You put
adorable.
my soul on camera.
We're very nice. Well, we wear our heart on our sleeve here at Detours.
I don't have sleeves. Well, I have short sleeves.
What?
I have short sleeves. Well.
Well. Anyways.
I have a short heart.
I'm gonna taste.
I'm not.
Mm. That one's thicker. It's creamier.
Mm.
It's better.
Ooh,
First
ooh.
impressions is better.
Mm. That
It's
makes me dance.
very good. Yeah, it's very, very good.
That makes me dance. That's got some
Yeah,
complexity.
yeah. So there
Is that a
is
full word?
complexity. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, that's no.
it is. It like rolls. So like it, like picture.
This is either 12 or 14. This
Anyways,
is much. This is
yeah,
a big step up.
it is a big step up. It is very, very, very good. It's got like the way it hit my tongue was like it like
Tip your tongue, your tongue,
went
your tongue.
up and then it rolled over to the sides. Like went up the center, rolled over to the sides. And as that happened, it went from like a nice sweet creaminess to like there was a little bit of spice on the outsides, and then on the back of the finish, it was just like kind of all blended together. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful sip. I think I put it over here.
Yep, you
Yeah,
sure did.
I
You
sure
did.
here. Okay, very good. This was still the first one was still very good,
Hmm.
but this is incredible. This is so good.
I'm trying to see how it rolls around on my tongue like he does.
Yeah. Well, it's just I think it was the way that I kind of
I
dispersed
get
it.
more of the oak on the back of the palate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was like a cool, like creamy. It was like
A lot of
sweet,
tingle
creamy
because I'm guessing the
spice.
proof.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Definitely the wood and oak in the back of the palate.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I'm worried. I'm afraid you're gonna make it weird.
That's kind of what I do, honey.
I know,
I
but
always tell the
I'm
kids.
trying to not set you up.
Yeah, I always tell the kids to stay weird. I think it's life's more
Emery
fun.
says it all the time. Stay weird.
Well, it's because I've been she's the oldest, and I've been ingraining it in her for her entire life to
That's fine.
be themselves.
But I would like to stay somewhat.
Okay, that's fine. But I've always made it a point for them. If they want to be weird, they can be weird, and someone will accept their weird in life. Whether it's a best friend, a romantic partner, whoever will accept their weird, and they'll
Or
be
they're
happier.
weirdo parents.
Right. And they'll be happier for it because they get to be themselves. So I've always tried to instill that in the children. And even in my Emery, we just had Father's Day last weekend, and Emery in the card she made me, they all handmade me cards,
Mm.
but Emery wrote a note in there. At the bottom, she wrote, "Stay weird." She said, "Love you, stay weird."
Mm.
This is so good.
I like it. It's very, very complex.
It's so much thicker too. It's got the viscosity.
It lingers.
It
It's
does.
still in my mouth. It's lingering. It's
Anyways,
literally. I'm just waiting till it goes away.
okay. You're gonna be
520 seconds later.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I feel like everyone, like, I've thought about doing that before, like doing the
Everyone
whole
does that.
SpongeBob, like 12 hours later, like that whole thing. But I feel like everybody does that. So I've stayed away from that when I'm
I
editing.
could walk 500 miles
And
and
I
I would
will
walk
walk
500
500
more.
just to
Be
be a
the man,
man who
walk
walked
1,000
miles
miles.
and miles.
I
Ready?
know the rest of the words.
Da, da. That's fun.
Yeah, it's still lingering.
Let's Pretender.
500,000 miles is still there. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's kind of sad.
We do have to move on though.
Yeah.
At some point, there comes a point in every
Bourbon's
chapter
life.
of your life where you have to move on.
Whiskey's life.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
this is whiskey.
I don't want to get canceled over the difference between bourbon and whiskey.
Every bourbon is a whiskey, but not every whiskey is a bourbon.
Correct. And Old Jack is a fantastic whiskey.
Yeah, did you see? I replaced because normally
Hey,
we
yeah.
have these bottles that we're trying on the shelf, but it looked ridiculous, so I replaced them with.
Little Four Roses.
Well, I replaced them with the single
Oh,
barrel
and
barrel
the
proof rye, single barrel proof regular, and I put the Four Roses OESK on there
oh,
just for this video. Next video, the Jacks will be back. The 10, 12, 14 will be back on the shelf.
Jack will be back.
Hit
Okay.
the road, Jack. And they will be back on the shelf, on the shelf, on the shelf. Oh yeah. All right, number 3 or
Number
C.
3.
Yeah.
Let's see how it'll be.
Hey, killing it, killing it, killing it. Oh, both of us are barefoot today. I feel
Yeah.
like we normally like wear slippers or
I
sandals
don't.
or socks.
I wish I had my bare little tootsies out here. No, I had socks at one time when I put my foot up.
and also
I was
you
gonna give
had.
you foot
I remember
finder.
the time that you fell on a stool. You were wearing slippers that day. So this whole like I'm always barefoot. That's not true at all.
Well,
Oh,
in my mind, I am. This smells nice and complex too.
it does. Yeah, I mean, it should.
What does that smell?
I don't know. They should smell relatively the same because they're all the same. You know,
I mean,
distillery.
I feel like Jack always all like even the other Jacks have a very
Right.
like this smell.
Yeah, 100%.
But I'd like to be able to describe
Yeah,
it
discern what it actually
since
smells
that's
like.
kind of the point of the channel.
It isn't. The smell is only part, right? There's the three parts of tasting whiskey.
Kind of like
There's
cherry,
there's the
like
nose.
a dark berry.
There's the nose. There's the
Sight.
no. There's the nose. There's the taste, and there's the finish. Nose, mouthfeel, and finish. Those are the three
And
big
visual.
parts of tasting. Honey, you don't taste with your eyes.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. You taste with
Ask
your
any
nose and mouth.
chef. Any chef. Don't be rude. That better not be the 14.
Yeah, hope not. We'll see.
You
Just a
know
couple
how he
drops.
was talking crap about me, like
She
swirling.
spelled 3 videos in a row.
You know what I didn't spill though?
Don't
Expensive
speak.
ones.
Don't speak too soon.
Expensive.
Don't speak too soon. Man, this one's good too. Gosh, this is different. Does this taste different than the other two?
Yeah. It tastes a little smoother.
Yeah.
But I get that cookie.
Cookie.
That vanilla.
Cookie.
Kind of maybe like a vanilla and graham cracker kind of deal.
Yeah, this done
Combo. Like the crust of a cheesecake.
Oh. Yeah. Love a crust of a cheesecake.
You know? That tastes a little smooth. Like this one, if I had to guess, 14, 12, 10. That's what I would guess. This is super smooth. This is really good flavor.
Yeah.
This,
I don't know how smooth.
I don't think it's smooth.
I'm thinking.
This one definitely had more bite than this one.
See, but that's where I don't know because this one, I think this is I think it's 10, 12, 14.
Yeah.
I don't know, but just because the only reason I'm saying that is because this one's different. This one tasted the most different to me, and I thought it was smooth still, but it
Can you see the number?
It hurts my tongue more. This one gave me more burn, but it also could be just residual because I'm not good at drinking bourbon, and I have the hiccups.
Clearly. I think this is definitely 10, in my opinion.
This is just based on it. I think this one's the worst one. I'm gonna say it's. I hope
the
it's
worst out of the best.
Yeah, they're
honestly,
all good.
Though,
yeah,
like that's
they're all fantastic. What do you think? Round 2. I think early.
This one tastes the strongest, and that's why I think it's the 14. And it's like bam with flavors.
Yeah. So you're saying that you think it's 10, 14, 12. I think it's 10, 12, 14.
You're gonna be right, and I'm gonna be so mad.
But I mean, I'm gonna go through round 2. That so early first impressions. I'm saying 10, 12, 14. But I am saying like this is my favorite second, third. So I'm saying that like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, but that's my first impression. We're gonna go through a second time.
I know. I love how smooth this is, though.
But I don't think it's smooth. Like it's good. I had the hardest time drinking this one. This was the most difficult for me. But again, I am also somebody, as you know, as what happened the other night when you brought home a bunch of bottles. I get fatigued when I try multiple bourbons in a row. This is only 3. I understand that.
Energized.
And I keep saying bourbon, whiskey. When I drink multiple whiskeys in a row, like back to back to back, I get a little fatigued, and then they all start tasting the same, and they all start tasting bad. Like if I start doing more.
Yeah, you didn't even try a couple of the other ones.
Yeah, a couple the other night, I just gave up because I was like, I'm done with this. I just can't. And I was only doing like little sips of all of them too.
You kept yelling at me for pouring too much.
I didn't yell. Don't say you can't say that I
Okay,
was
she didn't
yelling at you.
yell.
I was like,
Yelling
honey, can
is
you please
relative.
play?
Like,
Yeah.
you're yelling at me. No, he
All
didn't
right.
yell.
So I'm gonna go through again.
He literally was like, honey, you're pouring way too
Yeah.
much.
It's like,
That's him yelling at me.
yeah. Yeah.
He's so ferocious.
I'm so scary. I'm like the I look the complete opposite of what my personality is. Like people
Well,
like when they see me like
no.
walk, especially like right now I have a little bit like longer hair than I've had in a long time. Normally she's having me grow the hair out for the wedding. Normally I'm rocking like a buzz cut and I do look a little intimidating with the beard and the buzz cut and how big I am.
He's
But
all
I'm
bark, no bite.
I'm not even any bark. I just
You can
physically
bark because you have like when you like get loud, you have a
oh yeah.
big bounding voice.
Yeah, I am
But there's just
intimidating.
no
Right,
behind
because
it.
I'm the biggest softie in the whole world. I'm
He
like a
is.
giant fuzzy teddy
You haven't
bear.
cried in a while.
I cried
This
yesterday.
weekend. You did, Yash?
At work, I cried yesterday, yeah. Because
Oh,
I was having a really hard time with this.
I didn't know that.
I did cry yesterday, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I appreciate it. I'm okay. I cried in front of TJ.
Oh,
He just said, I hope you feel better, man. So shout out to TJ. He probably doesn't even have YouTube, to be honest with you.
it's free. Get YouTube, TJ, and
But yeah.
subscribe and like the channel. And share the
Anyways,
share the videos.
let's go through these in round two.
We got a little off topic.
It's fine. It's a detour. That's what this channel
Yeah,
is all about.
that's right.
I love how we named it detours for two different reasons, and then as we've been filming, we've discovered a third reason that it should be
I
called
want to
detour.
sit.
That's fine, honey.
I like to sit.
Yeah,
Plus, I drove a lot today, and I know you drove a lot
I
today
drove.
too.
I
But
drove.
I drove in a very uncomfortable car all day today.
So did I.
I feel like yours is more
I
comfortable
drove.
than mine.
I drove
You
7.
hate
I do hate driving in your car. I drove 7 hours and 10 minutes today. And I
You could have
drove.
gone to Kentucky.
The only reason I know this because there's a GPS in my work car. I drove 7 hours and 10 minutes today, and I drove 351 miles.
Lord
So
have mercy.
yeah,
And
I
the
spent a
oil
lot of
change.
time in the car today.
That's still so delicious.
It is good. This is good. Oh, you was that the second one you just tried?
Hmm.
I just tried the first one
This
again.
is very smooth and very delicious.
Yeah.
This is like the easiest drinking one of the three.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because also it's the least complex out of
Yeah.
the three.
I will say, I mean, I went on a rant about this in a previous video. I'm so impressed with Jack Daniels. Like everyone, like my whole life, I was always like, I only thought Jack Daniels was old number 7 brand. Like Jack is honestly becoming one of my favorite distillers. They put out, I would say my two favorite products are Jack Daniels.
Hmm.
Maybe my top 3 favorite products are Jack Daniels. The single barrel proof selects the whatever this one is in my hand, and then the Coy Hill. Those are like my favorite
Hmm.
like product like whiskey products.
I'm like torn because I feel like in the back of my head, I feel like I'm so hell bent on like how complex and spicy this one is that it's gonna be the 14. And I feel like it's deceiving me and it's gonna be the 12.
I don't know. The second time through, this one was still really good, but I feel like the first time I tried this one, I was like floored at how good it was, but this time it was more underwhelming.
Really?
So I'm either, like I was telling you earlier, I think I might be getting like I'm just a
Your
little fatigued where
palate
they're
burned.
starting. Yeah, it's like I'm starting to where they're all tasting kind of similar.
Mm.
Actually, I don't know. This my second time through this one was the best one. My the
It's
second
quite
time through.
delicious.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, this is really good. Did I say 10, 12, 14?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we did.
I still think that. I still think 10, 12, 14.
10, 12,
But
14.
I still think 10, 12, 14, and I'm going to change. I think this is my favorite. Second, third. My
You,
second time through, I'm changing. My first time through, I was saying I thought this one was my favorite, but second time through, this one's definitely it's better. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm still sticking with this one because it just seems so complex. And I love the tingle.
So we both are in agreement though that this is probably the 10.
That's what yeah.
That's what. Okay. So let me do one more back to back real quick.
Mm-hmm. The tingle on this one is intense.
Like camping.
Which we're going to do maybe this weekend.
No, we're not gonna be camping.
We might as well. I'm in a cabin with
Yeah.
no electricity with 95
Yeah.
degree
So
weather.
this weekend is
So
Jen's.
we'll release this on Monday, but we might not be alive on Monday.
Jen's family does a family reunion up in northern Michigan every year, and it's there's two old cabins like in off
Like
a long
old cabins.
long two track way back in the woods. There's two cabins, no plumbing, no electricity.
Got old well pump.
Yep,
You gotta pump it. We
yep,
got outhouse. We
yep.
have a shower that if you want to shower,
One,
you gotta go. You have to pump water into a big bucket, and you gotta go up a big ladder and dump it in a big old bucket up there
mm-hmm,
a bunch of times, and let it heat up during the day with the
mm-hmm,
sun. And then you got this hose with a little lever and rinse off during the day.
yep.
So
So
tell me
and
you're a redneck without telling me you're
and
a
it's
redneck.
her dad's favorite place in the whole world. He would live
100%.
there
Oh,
year round if he
100%.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he eats it up.
It's his happy place.
Yeah, 100%. And actually, that is actually where I asked her dad for permission to marry her, or to
That
ask her for marriage.
was a wise choice.
That's a story for another day. We'll keep that. We'll save that for a Q&A. It was a while. I promise you, the asking her dad for permission to propose was, I guarantee you, mine was like one of the most wild experiences of anybody's. So
It's worth it.
it was so worth it. She's worth it.
Woo! Thanks, honey.
Love you.
Love you so much.
Anyways,
Oh, this one's really complex too. I almost because that'll be 5 times a year, right? Earlier today, we're on the way home from our power went out, so we had to take the kids to his parents' house. And on the way home of picking them up, I was talking about how I'm always right. And our oldest goes, well, Dad's been right. You're not always right. Dad's been right like probably 4 times.
Yeah.
So this could be the 5th. There's a very good chance. I would not be surprised if this was the 5th.
And side note, I'm right quite often. However,
Let's not go down this road.
she is the most stubborn person alive.
I'm not
And
stubborn.
even when she knows she's wrong, she will still fight for it. And I am the kind of person, I like peace and I like serenity. So I will, even if I know she's right, I will just concede because there's no point. Because she knows she's wrong, and I know she knows she's wrong, and she knows that I know that she knows she's wrong. So we just kind of, it's like an unwritten thing in our house.
I think
So
I like that one the best.
I don't know at this point. I think so too.
Just because it's so.
I think 10, 12, 14, and I think 14. I think
I still
14 is
think
my favorite.
14, but I think I don't. No, I think I remember. If I remember right when I tasted it, I feel like the 12 was bitey, spicy. I think you're right, honey.
That's a spicy meatball.
I think you're right.
All right, well let's bring the bottles
Okay.
out. Let's do this. Let's do a fun thing. Let's do, I don't know. This isn't gonna be as fun as I thought.
Why?
No, I'm just saying the review. Let's bring the bottles out. 10, 12, or 12, 14, and a 10.
10. I gotta put the thing back in because I was lazy and I decided to sit down.
That's not lazy, honey. We're just tired. It's been a long day. We're old. We're in our early 30s, very late 30s.
Shut up.
I'm still, for another couple weeks, I'm still in my early 30s because I'll be 34 for a couple more weeks. So
keep forgetting it's your birthday soon.
My birthday's very soon, huh?
Birthday soon.
I think it's my birthday is 2 weeks from Monday. 2 weeks from when this video comes out, it is my birthday. So we'll do a video on my birthday.
That's right.
We'll be putting one out on my birthday.
We'll
Because
do
it's on
something
Monday. My
for
birthday's
your
on a
birthday.
Monday. Yeah. My 35th birthday. 2 weeks from when this video is going to be coming out. So
Okay. So our
I think
favorite is this, and this anyways, right?
I think it's 10, 12, 14. 14 is my favorite, 12, then 10. But A is my least favorite, B is my second.
Okay, let's start with A then.
C. But I also want to, before we do this, I want to be very clear. Every single one of them was so good.
Yeah. So this 12, I'm gonna say this one was so complex and so smooth and easy drinking. This one felt so complex and kind of spicy, like it gives you that like bite that you want when you have that high proof. And this one was still it was a great medium. It was like it was smooth and had a lot of complexity, but it was like a more easygoing one.
Yeah, I would agree with all of that.
Thanks, honey.
Other than the heat portion of it, I did think that this one was
I didn't.
heat more. I thought this one was higher proof than this one, but everything else you said, I'm 100% agreement with.
Right.
So let's do the review.
10.
This is the 10. So we were both right about the 10.
10
so A was 10. Here's the moment of truth.
14!
You were right, honey.
I was right the first time.
You were right.
Then 12.
Yeah.
Wowie, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I got the bitiness and the complexity out of this, but like this was just so smooth and complex.
Yeah, and I don't know. So now I'm a little upset, but if you remember on my first run through, I was obsessed with the one in the middle.
Same.
I had a very
It wasn't until the end when I was like,
we switched
because of how smooth and like enjoyable it was.
Yeah.
I love the complexity of this one.
Yeah.
And how many flavors it gave me, like all in one little drink and the tingle and all that stuff. But I just loved how like this was just like enjoyable.
Yeah. I get that. But now I'm going back to my second run is when I thought the 12 was better than the 14.
Mm-hmm.
But first impressions, I was all aboard the 14 train.
All aboard.
You know?
I would love any of these.
Yeah,
again.
no. Yeah. Let's be very clear about that. Every single one of these is so good. So, and do we see, I mean, I don't see these very
often.
I mean, we had the 10 and 12 for a while before we got a 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen more. I haven't seen any of them, to be honest with you.
I haven't seen them in a while. They're supposed to be coming out with more.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be releasing a few batches each year now.
Okay.
But we'll see. We're in good old Michigan, which they don't get anything. So.
Yeah, Michigan is
Come to Michigan. Give us some love.
Michigan,
if you want to send us some media bottles. We're media.
Media samples. We're
right?
trying to be media. No, Michigan is a state where like all of the allocated bottles go and they get dispersed. Like I don't know, I don't know how it works. It's not like when you went to Ohio, all the liquor stores were state owned.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And regulated.
So Michigan is not like that.
By the way, if you're a true, fan, you saw the video last week where we did the benchmarks.
Oh, yeah.
And I went all the way to Ohio to get those. Well, guess what just showed up in Michigan?
Benchmarks.
And the ones that I'm missing.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like we should do the video over again, but that'd be
the past is the past.
Yeah. It is what it is. But I did hear from one person that I know that he said the top 4 he wasn't a fan of. So
yeah. We're still gonna get it.
Yeah.
We gotta complete the set. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Try a kid or a dog.
Well, the dog's here. Yeah. Probably kid.
Or a cat.
Anyways, let's wrap this up like a present. So
this was delicious.
You gonna go with the 12?
Yeah, because I don't have really much anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't have a lot either, so that's why I'm gonna choose. So I'm just gonna finish off the 14 with these cheers. So Like always, I want you to like this video. If you liked this video, please throw a like in there. If you didn't like it, then just move on with your life. And actually, if you didn't like it and you're still watching,
But
like,
if you
I'm
like
impressed.
this,
Yeah,
give us a like.
give us a like. Give a like for shout out to James. Shout out. Let me just, no, I'm gonna just take a picture and I'll put it in editing. um,
You did a great job.
so good. Thank you, James. Appreciate you, brother. Um,
Completes the background so it's not so dull.
mhm.
Now we can put some lights back there. We got some lights, we
Also,
just haven't put them
also
up.
one of the funniest people that I've ever met in my
Is
entire
he the
life.
one that tells you all the jokes?
He's the one that gives it. So I've been
Okay, let's not tell any of them.
no, I know, but I've been his supervisor for almost 5 years, and he every day when he comes back at the end of his day, he has some ridiculous joke that he has either heard or thought of, and they're always so good, and I appreciate it so much. Some of my favorite like little moments too, like if I'm like, hey man, how's it hanging? He goes, yours hangs? Or like if I ask him if he was short anything, he's like, just pride. Like,
Aww,
he's the best.
that's cute.
He's the best. Shout
Just
out, James.
pride.
Anyways,
I feel like we can relate.
we really appreciate the sign. It looks amazing. And
Trying to get him to get a business with it because,
yeah, he's very
like,
talented.
yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Etsy.
thanks again for making it this far in the
He's
video.
not on Etsy, but
He's
I
not
feel
on
like he
it.
should be. So.
Anyways,
If he decides to do that, we'll tag him here. What?
we're trying to wrap this up, hon.
I'm just saying.
I know. Um, yeah, we're gonna raise this glass to all of the detours that we take in these, all the detours that we take in these videos, and all the detours that lead us to our destinations. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers. Love you so much. It's a great song, honey.
Such a good song. Such a good
Whiskey, not bourbon.